got our cleansing water, purifying water in place. So it's right over there. Now, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to set a perimeter, a protection. Okay. Now, before I went here, what I did, I got a couple of coins. Okay. So in the olden days, they would use a pentacle. Okay, so a pentacle is a coin. Okay, I'm trying to dry it because I placed it on the countertop and it got wet, so we need it to be dry. Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial wherein we're going to use the OKAMI incense. If you're not familiar with the OKAMI incense, it's a very special magical incense that we made. Okay, this is our family recipe. So here we have the incense. Okay, right, incense over here. Okay, so if you notice the incense, I shaped it like a bell. Okay, I shaped it like a bell. Okay, so this is a backflow incense. It's got a hole underneath. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, now it's shaped as a bell. Now, the bell shape is actually a symbol that is used for feng shui cures to negate negative energy or avoid theft, and also, if I'm not mistaken, obstacles. Okay, so that's how this symbolism of the bell shape is incorporated here. Okay, so I made that particularly for that purpose. Okay, aside from the bell shape is also easy for the incense to burn. Now, this okami incense is its ingredients are herbs. They're all natural, and the herbs that I place here are very specifically tailored to one, okay, protect your home against negative energy. Two, which is the most important, is to attract good fortune. Okay? So there's an energy here that I placed wherein it purifies your home and then also attracts good fortune. Now, so the attracting of good fortune part. Okay, so we're gonna make a perimeter. So I counted. Okay, so I have two windows. No, actually, 1, 2, 3. One in the bathroom, one in the kitchen, and then here, this particular window, my front window, and I have a door. Okay, so those are all openings. I'm not counting the door for the restroom because it's kind of internal. It's fine. Okay, but you want to make a parameter around all of the openings of your home. So we're going to use a pentacle, which is a coin. Okay. Now, numerical values using numerology, it's best to use like this one is a 1 peso coin. 1 is creation. Okay, so this is creation. That's the number of creation, number 1. So I'm using a 1 peso coin, not a 25 centavo coin, not a 50 coin, not a 10 peso. Well, 10 peso coin is okay. 10 peso, that's 1 and 0. That's 0 is the feminine and then 1 is the masculine. So that's a good coin. Okay. You can also use 10 peso coin. Okay. 5 peso coin, no. Okay, if it's a 5, no. Because 5 is actually either conflict or change. Okay, so we don't want that. We want a generating number, which is the number 1. Okay, we have a 1 peso coin. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is on each corner of the opening, so make it okay, I'm gonna pair this. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm gonna need 4 pairs. It's about 8. Okay, and I'm just gonna pair it up with each type of coin. Okay, so 2 for each window and door. Okay, so what you do, okay, with the face being up and the number being on top, okay, what you do is this is a bell-shaped incense. Okay, put it on top of the coin. Okay, so we have a corner window here. So what we will do is put it in a corner. Now you can see this is the corner of the window. So it's best to start in the east direction. Okay, if you're making a parameter, always start facing east, going around in a clockwise position. Okay, so I'm going to start with this window, then the kitchen window, and then the window in the bathroom, and then the door last. Okay, so always clockwise. All right, remember that, not counter. Okay, all right. You have to understand if you do clockwise, it's a positive charge. If you do counterclockwise, it's a negative charge. So this is adding clockwise, subtracting counterclockwise. Now, if you do counterclockwise, that is you're taking a negative energy and throwing it out. Okay, that's one. But if you do clockwise, is you're solidifying an energy that is generative or positive. Okay, so that's what you're trying to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around here. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you every part of my house as I place it over. I don't wanna, to make it efficient. I'll show you this one, and then I'll go throughout. Okay, all right. So that's our tip so far, and on our next video, we are going to use the incense for cleansing. So in this particular task, before I end this, I'm using 8 coins and 8 ôKAMI incense. Okay. So I've taught some people who already bought the ôKAMI incense this barrier technique, and it's been working well for them, and it's been protecting them from any kind of negativity. Now, another thing that I need to tell you is you have to replace the incense. Let's say if the incense is, let's say it's on top of the coin, right? Okay, like so. Something to keep in mind. So if the incense is, like if you see some molds forming, okay, it already blocked certain negative energies. You don't want to keep that. So what you do is you wash the coin, okay, and throw away the incense that is molded. Why? One, it's got negative energy already. it's way past its protection point. Two, fungus causes allergies. So throw it away. Don't light it up. Do not light it up. Why? You don't want the antigens or the fungus flying around. You know, they might think that it's burned during the process, but you're actually releasing the fungus in the air. So you don't want that. So throw it away and replace. Okay, if it's got molds, throw it away and replace with a fresh one. Okay, that's what you do. And another thing, if you light it up, whatever negative energy it blocked, you're gonna release it back into your home. Believe me, I've already tested that. And it didn't work well. So just so that I can experience it for myself, that's why I'm sharing it with you. Okay, it didn't work well. Okay, so one, I got allergies. Two, some negative stuff happened. Okay, so some unfortunate stuff happened. So I took note not to light up any incense that has molds on it. Okay, so if it's already molded, throw it away. Okay, don't worry about it. It already protected your home. So replace it, and then once it's replaced, you'll get fresh barriers and fresh energy and attract better energy. Okay, so you might say that it would also be because molds come from moisture. If moisture is coming into your house, blah blah blah, etc., etc., where the herbs are decaying. Okay, yes, that might be the factor, but you don't want the negative energy. That's my point. Okay, so all right, so this is Okami incense tip number 1 on how to use your Okami incense. Okay, so if you want to avail of the Okami incense, you can check us out in our socials. We have Facebook Market, we have Instagram. You can message us and order. We have LAZADA, we have Shoppee, and Shopbox. So you can order the incense through those social networking sites and online selling sites. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that, and then we're going to move on to the next tips, and we will progress. Okay? Watch out for my tarot readings, because I'm pretty occupied at the moment, so I just do monthlies because I don't, I think one message is enough. If the divine says this is what's going to happen, you don't need too much information overload. That's what I think. If you want a daily, weekly thing, it might be repetitive, but if you like it that way, I can also do that, no problem. I'm just here to help share my gifts to the world because the divine gave it to me, so I'm giving it to you guys because it's one way of, making good use of the blessings and the gifts that we are given. I would encourage everybody to try and develop your own intuition. If you're not already using it, develop it further. Okay, so a lot of us have all of these abilities that we can tap in for our full potential. And most of us get lost in the daily grinds and the illusions of how our world is supposed to be. But people like me who got who got snapped by the universe and said, "Hey, you gotta switch it up and make your life magical." So maybe some of it's for you, some of it not, but take advantage of the good information that intuitive people like me are sharing. Okay, so we're here to help humanity because humanity is it needs a little assistance, so to speak, and that's why we are here. And sometimes it takes a great sacrifice to be able to give out to the world, but that's the whole purpose of life, is to give. Give yourself. Okay? Give of yourself. Not entirely doesn't have to be always monetary, you know. Information, time, knowledge, wisdom, the works. Okay, there are a lot of people out there who have these abilities and are sharing and doing their part to make the world a better place. So help them and also learn from them. Okay, so I myself, I would say that I owe some of the healing that I got from tarot readers, metaphysical merchants, stores who are very, very kind. Also, spiritual teachers, shamans, okay, those who have translated their work into literature, their spiritual work into literature, their magic into literature. There are also groups that are supporting of sharing the awakening process. Or not so enlightenment is constant, but awakening and activating or actualizing the spirituality is a different story. Anyway, okay. We'll discuss some of that further on as we go. So we got time. Just follow me in my socials or give us a like and subscribe. Check out some of the products that we'll be rolling out to assist you guys, and let's just enjoy life. Thank you for watching ôKAMI.sigma.